What's up, guys? So I've decided to continue this Journey to a 50-inch vertical series. Now, I know I stopped this series a little while ago, but really my whole YouTube channel is just a continuation of this. I just haven't labeled it Journey to a 50-inch vertical. But I want to do this because I've realized that if I want to go beyond the point that I'm at right now, which is I think it's close to the consistent point of dunking and my max jumping ability, and I feel like to go beyond that point I need to continue challenging myself and pushing my body in different ways that I've yet to. So I'm going to be making two major changes. One of them is going to be to my workouts, and then the other one is going to be to my actual dunk training. So while the workout and mini dunk session is going on over the screen right now, I'm going to talk you guys through both of those changes. So in that last clip, I was actually already at the gym, but the gym was too crowded to do any kind of recording, so I actually went back home and ended up doing this mini dunk session first. So I just want to start off by talking about the first major change that's going to be coming to this Journey to a 50-inch vertical series, and that is in my dunk training. Now, all of the clips going on the screen right now are all from doing left-right technique, and this is a technique that I've never really spent much or really any time practicing getting the form down, or just practice getting better at it. So this whole session, or this whole time I was dunking outside, I was just practicing left, right, and as you guys see right here, there's this whole series of 5 or 6 clips. I felt like I was relearning how to jump, and I just didn't know how to approach the rim at all, knowing I was trying to jump left, right. So felt pretty uncomfortable jumping left, right, but eventually, as you guys will see in the next couple of clips, I start to get it down, and I actually start to hit some pretty decent dunks on this 9.5 rim. And I plan to practice this pretty often, probably every other day, and that is because I know it's a form that I haven't practiced before, and I want to get this down mainly because I've been feeling some pain in my left knee, and I think the main reason for that is because my right leg is the leg that takes most of the force when I go into my jump. And what I mean by that is that's the leg that I put out first, and that's the leg I load up on before I actually go into my jump. So if you guys watch my dunk sessions or any of the recent videos, you guys will see that in all of the attempts, my right leg goes out first. That's the leg that loads up, and then my left leg is like my pop foot, or leg that just comes in before I take off into the jump. So, and my left leg is usually the leg I'll put down first when I land. So my left leg doesn't get much flexion at all, which means I probably don't load up on it that much compared to my right leg. And I feel like that's been catching up with me, especially with these dunk sessions where I'm dunking, 30, 40 times in a session, and my left leg just doesn't get nearly the same amount of work as my right leg. So just want to start working this in to load up my left leg in ways I haven't yet, and also just get better at dunking with a different technique. So this session went pretty well towards the end here, and then after this I ended up going to the gym, and I'm going to get to the second point, which is the new exercises that I've started doing. Now, nothing's going to be changing with the type of dynamic warm-up that I'll usually do before my workouts. And with the dynamic warm-up, if you guys have seen my other videos, I talk about mainly targeting my glutes and my hips and just doing movements that'll mimic the actual exercises that I'll be doing in the workout. So here I just did a couple of skip variations, and then after the skip variations, I worked in a few sprints. And I'll usually do 70% sprints, 80%, and then a 90 to 100% sprint, and then after that I'll move into either my dunk session or my actual workout. So to talk a little bit about the new exercises I'm going to be working into my routine, I actually found these from a guy named Ben Patrick, who has an Instagram account called Athletic Truth Group, if you guys want to find out more about his exercises and some of the stuff he teaches on there. But the reason I wanted to work in these exercises is because I think they are really beneficial to somebody who jumps a lot and especially has any type of knee pain. And I say that because a lot of the exercises are strength exercises for your knee area specifically,
and they also put your body in more of a stretched position, which if you play a lot of basketball or if you jump a lot, you know your body's constantly being just compressed from the landing and constant jumping. So this first exercise is called a Poliquin step up, and this targets your VMO, your vastus medialis oblique muscle, which is a muscle of your quad, and it sits right to the inside of your knee, and its main function is pretty much just to stabilize your kneecap. And this has been the area that has been a little bit painful for me, especially in my left leg. So doing these was really challenging, and it was really hard going through these to even flex my knee in that position that you see on the screen right now. So going through these, I felt it a lot in that VMO region, and I also felt it all the way up to my glutes and my hips as I went through more repetitions. But immediately after doing these, I felt like my knee was stretched out and it felt looser. And then the day after doing these, my left leg just felt a lot better overall. Now, I know it's just been one session with it, but um, I picked up these exercises because I wanted to, or I've seen the benefits that they've had on people that he's trained over at Athletic Truth Group with knee issues, and also just the strength results that he's gotten from these exercises. Now, the second one I worked in was a seated good morning, and this is another one that is beneficial if you have any kind of inflexibilities in your hips or your adductors specifically. Now, your adductors are the muscles that are right on the inside of your legs, and these will be tight on people if you find yourself rounding your back when you squat. And I've noticed that when I go through, or when I have squatted with weight on my back in the past, that I would round my back a lot, and it was hard for me to actually keep my torso upright when I was sitting deeper into a squat. So doing these, I felt a pretty deep stretch in the adductor area, and it just felt really good after standing up from doing a couple sets of these. So this was a second exercise in this first session, and these workouts are going to progress, and there's going to be new workouts that you guys will see, and new exercises you guys will see in the coming videos. But overall, doing these exercises felt really good, and I felt like my body was actually looser after going through these exercises in this workout than tighter. So I think these exercises are going to be beneficial in the long run, especially the more I jump and the more I continue to work up to that 50-inch vertical point. Then after the good mornings, I did a core exercise. Now I just wanted to add to this entire workout, or to this video, that I've only bought into one specific jump program before, which was Flight-Rite, and even though I'm working in these exercises from Ben and Athletic Truth Group, I'm not necessarily buying into a program, or that's not the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as I'm learning new exercises, and I'm also pushing my body in ways I have yet to. So by doing these exercises, I'm going to be learning about my weaknesses and also making strength gains in other areas. So finished off with the core exercises, and then after that, I did a 53-inch box landing, or altitude drop, if you want to call it that. But basically, I just work these in because the way I think about it is, if I want to eventually get to a 50-inch vertical, I'm going to have to learn how to land from 50 inches or higher. And as you guys see right here, when I first got up on these boxes, I didn't know if I was even going to attempt this because I didn't know if I would land safely from this. So did a mini jump off here, and then after that, I ended up doing a couple reps on each leg. And that's a key point about these, is I only did, I think, 2 or 3 reps on each side with these. And if you guys haven't practiced landing from any kind of box, then I would not recommend just jumping into trying to land from 53 inches, because these were a pretty challenging exercise, and the main thing I wanted to work on with these was making sure I wasn't feeling any kind of pain, especially in my knees, and that I was absorbing the force mainly in my glutes and my hips. And as you guys see here, I'm also focusing on contracting my core, so that way, again, I'm taking the pressure off my knees and also focus on landing softly with these. So that was the last exercise in this whole workout. Like I said, stay tuned for more videos of newer exercises, newer workouts, and new types of dunk training. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.